Will the Minister advise the House how the budget supports the typical Australian family by reforming childcare and increasing the opportunities for families to move from welfare to work?
I call the honourable member for Social Services.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. And I thank the member for Ford for his question. And the member for Ford knows all about typical Australian families, Madam Speaker. He represents many of them in his own electorate, and it may come by surprise. It may come by surprise to those opposite who have made a lot of references to typical Australian families in this place over the last couple of days. Well, let me inform the House that the typical Australian family is one that earns just over $100,000 as a family. Just over $100,000 a family. Both parents are working too, Madam Speaker. Both parents are working, and they have 2 children, and it may again come to great surprise to those opposite that about 30% of them have children under the age of 5. Madam Speaker, that's the typical Australian family. Now, the typical Australian family, Madam Speaker, earns more in wages and pays more in tax than they receive in benefits, Madam Speaker. And you know what? This side of the House, Madam Speaker, wants to see more families in that situation. We want to see more families that are earning more by working more. More families that are paying more tax than they are receiving in benefits, Madam Speaker, and that's what our Jobs for Families package does. That's exactly what it does, Madam Speaker, as does the excellent small business package, Madam Speaker, which will see more and more Australians working in small business, which is the engine room of growth. And why is that the case, Madam Speaker? It's because we found that around 50% of families who wanted to work more couldn't because of access to affordable childcare. Right. They wanted to choose to work more, and that choice was being denied by lack of access to affordable childcare. So the Jobs for Families package is all about giving those families who want to work and not be on welfare more opportunity to work. In addition, 24% of those families said, as a result of the Jobs for Families package, Madam Speaker, they would work more. So we want to see families in work, Madam Speaker, not in welfare. The vision of those opposite, the Benjamin Button vision, or whatever the vision is the Leader of the Opposition has in relation to families, is their vision of the typical family is a family on welfare. We don't want to see a family on welfare, Madam Speaker. We want to see families exiting the trap of welfare and entering the opportunity of work. The work opportunity that is being denied as a result of lack of access to affordable childcare. Madam Speaker, as a result of these measures, but not only these, Madam Speaker, Australian families are getting support through a range of measures which, interestingly, also was not included in the push modelling brief by those opposite. What we didn't see, Madam Speaker, was the $262 million which is going to change the arrangements for youth allowance, which is going to help rural families having their children. Not included, Madam Speaker. Also not included the funding for universal access to preschool education, or the $847 million for the childcare safety net, Madam Speaker. If you give a push brief, it's push model.